Hey everybody, welcome back. Great day for repentance. What can I say? We had a good day with repentance yesterday as well. Finally got some leverage on Tainted Lost. Look at that. Dude, I can't do Tainted Eden, man. It's just, it's too much for me. It's just too much. Come on, man, I can't. Alright, well, no, hold on. There's always the chance for Tainted Jacob. Maybe it's a little much. I did an amazing Tainted Jacob run. It was Delirium, but it was not alt path. Okay, good to know. Not trying to give anybody a heart attack out here. Happy North American Mother's Day. I believe in Europe, or at least in the UK, they do Mother's Day on a different day. I guess this is one day past because it's coming out on Monday, but I'm recording it on the Sunday. Always get confused, you know. Is it that UK Mother's Day is earlier and it freaks out North Americans? Or is it that US, well, let's just call it US, but you know what I mean. Mother's Day is early and freaks out the people from the UK. I can never remember. It's like one of those things that it's always a problem with the holidays that are not on a specific day. I've said this a few times before in the past. So, I can't believe, by the way, that I'm starting with banter at 9:29 on a Sunday morning while playing a Tainted Jacob run. It seems a little ambitious, but we're gonna give it a try nonetheless. Sometimes you enter into that flow state like that's the only thing that matters. You don't even need to, you know, it's not like talking about the game is necessarily going to make me better at the game. It's just a matter of what, you know, the brain decides to do. But I've said it many times before, I'm not a huge fan of those holidays that don't fall on a specific day of the calendar, and instead they have, like, some archaic series of rules. I guess we're gonna aim for light path. If we can make alt path work, then maybe. Dude, you know what? Let's try to get that going right off the bat. I'll buy a key. I'm not afraid. Like, Easter is the one that always messes me up. Because Easter usually takes place in April, but it sometimes takes place in March because it's based on, like, this is not a joke, by the way. We looked it up on stream because despite having been on this earth for like 32 years, I didn't know the rules of Easter. And apparently the way that Easter works is it's based on the phase of the moon. It's like the third full moon from the vernal equinox onwards is Easter. So, you know, it doesn't even end up being like the fifth Sunday of every June or something like that. I mean, obviously that just doesn't even make sense, but what a shot, dude! That hurts because I was moving, but it is what it is. I'm just hoping Tainted Jacob shows up here and okay, well, you know, when you go alt path, you reap what you sow. What do you get when you cross the tainted version of a character with a society that alienates him? You get what you freaking deserve. Anyway, moving on. We're moving on here. Mother's Day is kind of different, though. Like, I understand. I think it's important that Mother's Day always falls on a Sunday, because Mother's Day is the day of brunch. You can't simply, one does not simply have Mother's Day on a non-brunchable day. Nobody's coming out here and you know, brunching on a Wednesday or something like that. Come on, that's... use your brain for a second. By the way, you might, and I just want the key, man. Come on, brother. Oh, this, okay, I was gonna use Anima Sola there, my mistake. I think you get, I mean, a Saturday as well, but it's just, maybe it's because Mother's Day is on Sunday, but I'm like, man, Sunday's Mom's Day. Because Saturdays are for dads, and also for dad's car. Sundays, ergo, must be for moms. You might say, NL, you got a lot of opinions on Mother's Day for a dad. First off, thank you for the compliment. Secondarily, my personal philosophy, if your boss gets Labor Day off, Fathers can celebrate Mother's Day. In fact, I think we're the predominant celebrators. We set the tone. Okay, I am not thrilled with what we've got going on here. We're going to try to get a little bit of extra leverage out of it. But I think it's fair to say this was not a top-tier floor. I don't even know what the tainted version of the Emperor does. I wonder, do you think it had us fight a random boss? And then maybe we'll get a boss item out of it, in which case this is actually incredible? Or do you think it has us fight the next boss, in which case the implications are strange to me? I don't know how to feel about it just yet, because it depends whether or not we have to, you know, like redo the whole floor, or whether we skip a floor as a result or something. Like, I just don't know right now. I can't believe I didn't get tagged again there. Get him! Toast him, toast him. I don't even care if he dies, just... Why am I standing here? I got him, the bombs. Thank you, okay. So, again... I don't really know, I guess. Okay, dude. That's actually pretty sick. I'm so stupid and smart at the same time. Because now I don't have to worry about getting hit because I can fly. Oh, no! Alright, see ya. Never mind. Thank you. Thank you for the money. Because I can fly, I can get all the money and go to the shop and buy something useful. Guaranteed second secret room. Oh, baby. It's paying dividends already. I think, you know, jumper cables... It can charge Anima Sola faster, which is not what we're looking for in the slightest, but there is some temptation there. Maybe at some point in the future we'll have a better spacebar item we can get something out of. Anyway, dude, Tainted Emperor, pretty sick. I made the cold brew way too strong, man. That cold brew, in the parlance of Zoomers, that cold brew... Maybe a little too bussin', may I say. Anyway, that's all I got. It's been an interesting weekend over here. Again, you know, taking 2 days off for the weekend instead of one. Technically, you know, this is not the point of the conversation. People are going to be like, you're not really taking the day off if you're doing, you know, a video. A video where you play video games and talk about it, I'm not going to say it's not work. What I'm going to say is that, you know, weekends as an adult, even a day off has some degree of responsibility for the most part. Especially once, you know, when you don't have kids, I think that still holds true to a certain extent. You know, you're gonna have, no, come on, man. The fly, it's the most dangerous enemy in the game. You still got, you know, housework, you got errands, you got etc, etc. When you have kids, it just, you know, it takes it one level deeper than that, where, you know, even if you're like, oh, I'm gonna take today off, you might spend 10 hours just trying to, like, diagnose why your progeny is, like, modestly perturbed, which is something that, you know, we call that a day that ends with Y. It's normal. So, you know, if anything, I guess the way that I would say it, and this is a little inside baseball, for sure, that's not bad there. But having the ability to knock out an Isaac video or two on my weekend actually makes the rest of the week, it makes me a much better husband and father. Because instead of being pinched every morning, like, I gotta... make sure I get this Isaac done, I could just be like, hey, you know, we can always knock out a couple on Sunday, and makes me a much more present individual throughout the week, I think. Okay, now this runs in a weird spot, because we've kind of... you know, I don't really mind if we touch the spikes here, but we've kind of committed to taking the alt path. We could pivot out of it and just go light side, there's no problem there. However... I knew it. I knew it. We also, you know, there's a certain desire for sure to... You know what? This is a room that if you can walk diagonally on, you're just better. Okay, don't talk to me about that one. Anyway, long story short, like I said, if you're good, you just win easily. It doesn't matter what path you take, I suppose. And I think we emphasize there how good we are at the game. Or how bad, but either way. This is gonna be a Spirit Heart plus a Secret Room. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. I actually have absolutely no problems playing that. Here's my thinking, though. We may well become the Lost to try to snag a deal with the devil. So if you'll excuse me, we'll just have the most annoying room of all time while I try to play this guy. Keep in mind, we wouldn't mind saving some bombs for the future. Because we need the bombs to get to the second secret room. Okay, I don't mind. Not second secret room, the tainted path, alt path. You know what I'm talking about, you know? You just fill in the blanks yourself. Use Markov chain machine learning. You'll figure out what the heck I'm trying to say. Okay, good start. I hate you. I hate you. I don't hate you anymore. We didn't get a deal. I mean, it's hard for me to not play this blood bank a little bit more. And it's also hard for me to not try to force the alt path on this run. And it's very foolish. Like, forcing the alt path on this run is not what anybody would say is a conventionally good decision, but for some reason, it compels me. Extremely Daniel Craig voice from Knives Out. I don't know if he even says that. I have seen the movie. I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember every quote that he said in the movie, though. Okay, so I'm going to let the leech do the damage there, because we need the HP, obviously. If I could just get you... Oh, leech! Don't stop till you're numb. More Christian Slater than Jack Nicholson there, but that's okay. Alright, we have 5 bombs. We need to save 2. Well, if we're gonna go alt path, I mean, that's the other thing, I suppose. You should probably actually go alt path. I feel like we have to do this. It's gonna take a bit. This will turn us into the Lost, which will allow us to go through the mirror and get the knife piece very easily. You might say, why not just, you know, hit the white fire and then take this guy with you? Well, then if he hits us, we're gonna die, I think. Or we'll die in 2 hits anyway. Basically, long story short, I'd just rather not be chased by this guy while we go into the mirror realm. Even if we're only going into the mirror realm for but a brief journey. I'll be starting another run if you don't mind. Let's be honest, that one was kind of doo-doo anyway. I realize, by the way, I've made a mistake. It's a very understandable mistake, but when you become the Lost via that method, you don't get Holy Mantle. When you walk into the White Fire, you get Holy Mantle. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the right play, and it might sound a little ridiculous, but maybe the right play was to do what we did, but then also go into the White Fire, which I'm hoping wouldn't have killed us, and instead would have turned us into Holy Mantle Lost. But it's the kind of thing, like, it's such an edge case, you know? This is not something you're gonna anticipate doing 100 times over the course of the game. I'm so stupid. 100 times over the course of the game. You know, I will not say no to ever playing Tainted Jacob once we beat the Tainted Jacob stuff. I kind of, I find this character very amusing. It compels me. However, I do have to admit some of the particularly tough stuff is going to be a tough sell. Like, we may never force the alt path as Tainted Jacob again. Let's put it that way. Okay, so this is that's a gimme right there. Thanks for pushing that out of the way. I didn't want to get the potential nickel regardless, so if you'll excuse me, I'll be moving on. Goodbye, Jacob. It's been nice. Thanks for giving me the HP. Wanna open the red chest, get Abaddon, it's the best. It's only 3 hearts now, huh? That hurts. It hurts, but you know what? It's still a good choice early. And, I mean, the damage up, you know, you can't say no to a damage up like that, dude. Even, like, Headless Baby, I'm like, man, I feel like Headless Baby's not so bad. Thank you, Stapler, by the way. Thank you, Stapler. It's been nice. 7 damage. Very nice. Okay, so we're trying, again, it's kind of like, we're forcing. We're trying to force alt path here. You can do it, you can do it. Don't be a coward. Sometimes being a coward is the right choice. Anytime somebody says don't be a coward, it's a really good time to enter analytical mode. Dude, I freaking hate IBS. The wafer is a plus, but just not having IBS is a bonus. Ain't that the truth, brother? Anyway, I think that it's the right decision to kind of force the alt path here. We've got quite a lot of damage, which is a very important piece of the puzzle for sure. We should definitely fight the boss, maybe become the Lost. That's pretty sweet as well. But yeah, anytime somebody says don't be a coward, I have just used the dice shard because I forgot that we picked it up. That's a great time. I don't know if in history don't be a coward has ever been used for positive purposes and not to get somebody to make like a reckless decision that they're gonna regret. You might say like, oh, what about like trying to goad somebody into, you know, talking with their crush or something like that? Let's just see if we want to become the Lost first. I would say no, honestly. And I know like there's a play here with Cambion Conception, but I'm not convinced. I remain unconvinced. But I think that like if you were friends and you were like talk to the person you got a crush on, you wouldn't say don't be a coward. You would say like we're here for you or whatever. I mean, I'll say, you know, exclusively, anytime I've tried to like goad somebody into doing something by using that terminology, it's been something that I just thought would be funny if they did and I got to watch. And like, go ahead, toss the rock at the window. Let's see what happens. Don't be a coward. Oh, we actually did it! Can you believe it? Okay, get me out of here. So I do think, like, for example, I think that something that would be cool is like if you hit me right here. Thank you. That almost got us twice. That's happened before. Because the timing window on that is very strange. This allows us to get all these delicious consumables. Not get killed, go down to the next floor, and we're feeling good. Even though the deal with the devil stunk, we're feeling good. Credit card. 2 of hearts we don't care for. Credit card I know we're gonna stick with. Get him to walk into the fire. Or fly into the fire. I don't want the flies. Don't put your arms around them, baby. You remember Sugar Ray? They're still around. Well, I don't know. Sugar Ray was really like the original Maroon 5, don't you think? Anyway, what I was going to say is you can use credit card for deals with the devil, but we already have a mechanism for free deals with the devil. What we don't have is a strong, you know, financial position right here. Might be more understandable, and I did do the hot swap there. Might be more understandable for us to actually use credit card if we get good shop items. I wouldn't say that these qualify right off the bat. So let's see what we got going on in here instead. Be a great opportunity here for us to beat the odds and get this deal. Can you not get deals with the angel as Tainted Jacob? Like, I walked into our... Oh, maybe Abaddon makes it so you can only get deals with the devil? I don't know, because, like, I feel like we should not have a 33% chance of a deal with the devil and a 0% chance of a deal with the angel. But it might be an Abaddon pseudo-synergy. Marked... I don't think Marked is that bad, necessarily. It is a tiers upgrade, but I just find it like a quality of life downgrade. So I'm going to choose not to use it. Instead, we will, we'll do the... You do... Okay, don't be a dummy this time. Don't want to be a dummy. this time. I gotta acknowledge, it's like Uncle Ben said in Spider-Man, not the back of the pre-flavored rice packages. With great power comes great responsibility. If you're a streamer, YouTuber, influencer in any capacity, even if you're just playing the game with your friends, you gotta be very careful when you start to sing words to songs that don't have words, because it's very easy for your headcanon to become the default. Like, I can't think of the music from Spelunky 2 without hearing Dan going, Derek you, Derek you, Derek, Derek, Derek you. So I apologize, I should have some more decorum. By the way, bit of a foolish decision here, but it's a foolish decision I pursue nonetheless. As Gomez Adams said in the Addams Family 1 from 1991, which many people feel is inferior to Addams Family Values, I might add. But I'm not here to say that that's incorrect, I'm simply here to say that the jury is out. But as Gomez Adams says, as played by the inimitable Raul Julia, from the Addams Family 1, 1991. They say a man who represents himself as a fool for a client. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am that fool. Hey, this is really cool. I wonder if this is a crawl space in the regular dimension, instead of the Doctor Strange dimension. Really smart play there. Try to save yourself like a quarter of a second and instead like nearly die. And all that to get Mom's coin purse. One of the best items in the game. Charge me. Shot speed up, tears down. Shot speed up, luck down. Range up, luck down, and luck down. Wow. Wowie. Now that is let's be honest, let's describe that as experimental. Less experimental like the invention of ambient music, a la Brian Eno, Music for Airports, Volume 1, and much more experimental a la Metal Machine Music by Lou Reed, aka 45 minutes of unlistenable garbage. Okay, moving on here. We will keep credit card, because we don't care for jumper cables right now. And everything's fine, like the run still is doing okay. It's not a crawl space? I gotta check. I don't think it's there, but like alright, cool, alright. That's cool, man. That's cool. Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later. Almost got me. You almost got me. Magic Mush? Magic Mush redeemed. We got Magic Mush. That one's for the audio-only listeners. A squam. We got lots of HP. That's one of the many positives of what we got going on here. I'm more than willing to leverage some of our HP. Take on a little risk. Hopefully get a bit of a reward as well. Didn't really work out well for us there. Well, the reward that we got was knowing what's in the room. It's not really worth a ton, but it's not worth zero in the spiritual sense, I suppose. We gotta, you know, keep it in perspective, though. This is not a... Okay, you got me. This is not a bad run. It's actually still, like, pretty great, actually. We have a disproportionately high damage stat for where we're at in the game. Saved. And we got Suplex, which is just an incredible item. I've only seen this in Greedier, okay? But this is what it allows you to do. Is you can pick up any enemy. I bet you can pick up Tainted Jacob, and you slam him to the ground, like Prison Mike. It's a great way to accomplish a couple of different things. You know, it does some damage, but it also buys you some time, you know, to just think about things. I'm definitely, and it gives you some iframes when it's done, obviously, but I'm definitely concerned about the possibility of this putting us in a weird position, or just doing so much damage to Tainted, you know, Spirit, whatever you want to call him here, that it screws this whole thing up for us. But it is interesting for sure. I'm eager to see how it works. Hold on, did we... No, we still don't want credit card here. One of these days, they're gonna be forced to give us something half decent from the shop. And then, like, everything's gonna change. So we basically... You can use this like a tactical dodge roll from the Souls games, right? Like, you can pick up the boss. It's not gonna do that much damage, but it is gonna buy you some time. And you can, I suppose, if you wanted to, you could use it as, like, an interrupt or whatever. Okay, great start. I'm sure there's like some Giga Brain. Right, I can't fly. I don't know why I'm thinking I can fly. I'm sure there's some like Giga Brain stuff you can do with this. Like you're about to get hit, pop it on the Tainted Spirit or whatever and be like, I'm good to go. I don't know. That to me seems a little bit ambitious. Just to be honest. I mean, that was incredibly dumb. That was even worse, honestly. And we didn't get a deal with the devil. We're gonna just head to the next floor, because I am embarrassed with myself. We didn't leave the knife piece, don't worry. Alright, I would say this is really the floor where things are gonna have to come together. That's a tough boss. Like, I'm not too disappointed in myself, to be honest with you. Great shot, you got me? What would actually hit the spot right now is something like 9 volt. 9 volt. Oh, hello, you got me. Got me again. 9 volt legitimately doubles the rate at which you generate a charge for a one-room charge item, or a constantly charging item, I should say. I regret this immensely. I deserve that. I didn't even think about the implications of not being able to fly and then putting myself in a position where I was on top of a little island out there. Don't ever speak to me about that run, okay? It's one of those things, you know, if you're gonna say no to marked, you should probably say no to suplexed as well. And now, were you crunching the numbers in your head and figuring out, you know, based on the length of time of this episode, of whether it would be worth ending it and possibly doing another one, or trying to actually send it as Tainted Jacob? Yes. It feels weird to... I don't mind a 27-minute episode. I would prefer that a 27-minute episode happens when we've had one run that gives it, like, a decent attempt. I feel like I've tried decently and played okay. And we've, you know, basically just run up against the fact that we're dealing with a fairly difficult character here, but... I don't know, like right now, it's more about the fact that I feel like I got more to give. I feel like I got... maybe... Hey, you're not gonna win or lose a run based on whether you get hit by a single fly here. You can concoct situations in your head where, like, that would make a big difference, like if it screws up your deal with the devil or whatever. Like, bro, just get okay with believing, like, lies that make you happier. Sometimes getting hit by that fly is gonna be catastrophic, but after you get hit by the fly, it's not like you can do anything about it unless you got a freaking time machine. If you got a time machine, you don't need to be so analytical, you know, you're on a pretty simple, like, flow chart. If you make a mistake that's unrecoverable, then go back in time, forehead. You don't need to be like, you know, a Hegelian thinker in order to figure that out. Great stuff, great stuff. Okay, Dark Bum, by the way, is... I hesitate to say that this is not a good item, because it's... Well, it's not good. It's great, Tony the Tiger. However... I really like to get some damage early on. I'm gonna be a smart guy and just try to mainline maybe like a light path this time to get some momentum. This is a bit spicy, but now that this doesn't compromise your deal on the first floor, I don't mind so much. And I really do. I mean, you know what I'm gonna say already. It's really tempting to go to those first deals with the devil because they give you the ability to get it for free. Did I just say the ability? They give you the ability to get it for free as a result of the fact that you have, you can just become the Lost. But Deals with the Angel, like, I don't even want to say it out loud because I feel like they're at risk of being nerfed the more people talk them up, but like... They really do, in my world, they just seem to be better right now. It takes a lot for me to say that. I've previously been very open over the years over the fact that I think deals with the Angel are just bad. And people I guess what I would say is they tend to judge, back in the day at least, they tended to judge deals with the Devil by the average and deals with the Angel by the maximum. So anytime you said, like, I prefer deals with the Devil to deals with the Angel, people would be like, oh yeah? Do you really like getting 5 red chests that all contain, you know, angry spiders when you could be getting Sacred Heart? I'm like, okay. Do you really like getting, like, you know, 17 different items that look like cups that you don't even know what they do when you could be getting Brimstone? And then they go, like you're doing right now? Like you're doing right now? It's called Electrical Infederence, sweetheart. I don't know if IV Bag can actually trigger Old Bandage. If it can, though, that's pretty sweet. We can make, you know, we got a little engine there. If it can't, it's fine. We still have something to do with our excess red hearts, which right now don't exist, but at some point in the future may. Okay, just a little dodge. Less of a dodge charger, more of a dodge shadow, please. Great stuff. I mean, so far, like, I feel weird saying that this run has no negatives, because, I mean, it does have a positive. Dark Bum is really good. But it also... it doesn't really have much that we would consider, like, oh yeah, like... Our moment-to-moment gameplay has really improved. Like, I feel like the meta conditions, or maybe like the macro conditions of this run are a little bit, you know, they're good. But the actual, like, situation we're in when we're trying to kill enemies has not really improved. I'm gonna have faith here. And I'm gonna say that, you know, we don't care that much about a first or a second floor devil deal being free because we already have HP anyway. And if it's not free, then maybe we don't need it. If we don't need it, then what do? We try to do perhaps a modicum of deal with the Angel in the future instead. I believe. I fully believe here. Check this out. The man is non-stop. It totally triggers Old Bandage. Okay, now we're talking. Now the secondary question is whether or not Old Bandage is influenced by our luck statistic. And to this, I do not know the answer, just to be straight up with you. Game Kid. I think it's not as interesting. Maybe not bad, but not as interesting. Lucky Penny. If Old Bandage scales with luck, that's a dream come true then. I don't think we care. I wish we did, by the way. But I don't think we care about Hive Mind. Getting a lot of items on this video so far that are, you know, hey, in the future, if X, Y, and Z go right, then you're going to be, you know, living without care in the world. But not that many items that are like, hey, this is X, Y, and Z happening. Abaddon was an exception for sure. And Stapler, but come on. I mean, this is not... It's not your average character here. Possible second secret room. Again, I don't want to hear any accusations that we're just throwing Isaac videos, you know, to the wayside. It's a Sunday morning, and I'm out here, you know, 34 minutes into the video on the frickin' catacombs. Taking every advantage that I can find. What you gotta do, you gotta avoid slipping into the angel fallacy, which is something I just invented. But the angel fallacy for me is the idea that, when you're run, I'm just gonna pop the devil card, honestly. Like, we're gonna take damage in this room without it, I think. Even maybe with it. But the angel fallacy for me is the idea after you go through a bunch of difficult rooms, or after you have tried to make the alt path work, you bail on the alt path and then you go, oh, it's an easy win. I definitely don't think that we got an easy win just because of the fact that, you know, we're choosing to do the normal difficulty on hard mode instead of the insane difficulty. Like, hard mode, hardest path, hardest character, etc., etc. I feel like gotta keep some level of decorum. Don't come around here no more. Owned. Get owned. I owned you. That's full health, so I'm not sweating it. Even better. Sorry, did I say full health? I meant health up, obviously. Hey, just chill. Just chill. Thank you for your chilling. Thank you for chilling. Aaron Eckhart. Great movie. This would be an awesome opportunity. I don't even want the HP up, just I want the full health, if possible. Okay, now... are you seeing some of these dodges? Like, these are the dodges you gotta do when you got base level damage, but... Now... You do this. Incredible. The return on our investment is staggering right now. Thank you, thank you. Ready? Charge me. I wish I hadn't hit the button, man. Now I'm like, is it... I don't know. Right now it's not worth the 10 cents, but you can definitely imagine a situation in the future where we would say that there's some value there. I can't believe we have not been hit. The man is cracked. He's so over-caffeinated. Like, we're living in the red right now. Like Andrew WK. Incredible damage. Okay. We don't know what that pill is, right? Let's find out. X-Lax. I'm very worried, obviously, about the possibility of the pill being... like paralysis, which is why I'm trying to use it only after they charge. I mean, even then, you would probably say that's not the most conducive use of it. Like, you would just maybe never use it. Is maybe the best use of it is disuse, but some of them want to disuse you. Some of them want to be disused. Okay, we love it. We love it a lot. I think we're playing really well right now. We did get a deal with the angel. Okay, so it's not a Tainted Jacob thing. It might be an Abaddon thing, or maybe I screwed it up somehow. Dude, you could always give Mega Satan the shot here. That was just terrible damage. Might as well use this, but we're rolling IV bag in the future. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know if IV bag is gonna, you know, be everything that I want it to be and or more, but still gotta give it a shot. Okay, just freeze him, dude, because like I honestly, I don't know if you saw what I tried there, but I tried to take damage from IV bag as... Oh my god! My brain! Okay, well that hurts me, but this is appropriate. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I've said a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Tough character! Tough character. Tough crowd. See you next time.